D2DNY, real world HVAC simplified. And now in this video, on a service call, mini split Mitsubishi, ductless mini, ductless air conditioning, whatever you want to call it. Let me see if I can get a tag for you. Oh, here it is. And when I press the remote, nothing happens, right? I press on, it says on, and it's in cooling, but you can see nothing happened. And once again, this is a real world HVAC. So I'm in a mechanical room. There's equipment in here, and these units, this one is working, but this one isn't. All right, so up to the roof I go. There's a tool bag. I gotta go up there. All right. Let me get up here. There. All right. So here we go. So I was here for something else. I was here for something else. Wasn't here for this. I was here for that MRI chiller, and the client said, "Hey, this thing ain't working out, so can you check it?" I said, "Yes, sure I can." So let's get into it. So I already have the covers off, as you could see. All right, there's my impact driver, here's my meter, and I think I got a screwdriver here somewhere. Where is it? Nonetheless, I don't need it right now. But this is what I see. I found, or saw. If you look down into the abyss, there's a red light. I don't know if you can see, it's hard to see. I could see it. There's an amber. There it is. There's an amber light, and it's flashing 6 flashes. There you go. That's better. So the red light is steady. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 flashes. How about that, right? Okay. Let's go to our legend. And let's see what 6 flashes gives us. Can I zoom in? Okay, that's better. So the red LED lighting, I guess lighting means it's staying on, and the yellow LED 6 times. Signal abnormality, and it says fault. What's this right there? Possible causes, right? Possible causes. Communication between indoor and outdoor unit is faulty, and disconnect of power connection or broken fuses, whatever. All right. Fuses F5 and F6 is faulty, so we're going to check all of that. Train is entering the station. This seems to be a thing nowadays with my videos, man. It's like, you know, always there's a train passing. All right, so let's check if the fuses are fine, and we're going to know. We're going to put our meter, our tester, our voltage ohm meter, or multimeter, or clamp on, whatever you want to call it. We're going to put it on AC volts. All right. So we're in AC volts, and we're going to go check. I think if you guys are paying attention, you could see the problem already. Why did the bad communication? I'm not going to tell you yet, but if you could see it, you could see it. So I'm checking my S1 and S2, right? That's going inside. It's my power, and My testy just fell off. This sucks. I got no power. So which means those fuses may be bad. I gotta go find those fuses. Alright. So let me go dig for those fuses and I'll get back. I'm gonna pause the video a little bit and go dig for those fuses, because you can see I'm there, I'm touching, and I'm getting nothing. 0 volts. Also, you can see that S3, which is supposed to be your communication, alright, it's corroded. Let's go on to the schematic once again. Okay, let's look at it. Where is it? So S1 and S2, that's where the fuse is at, right? F6 and F65 and F66, S1 and S2, that's your power to single phase. So we're not getting that, so more than likely we got a blown fuse. But also S3 is your signal, right? Right, and you can see that, you know, based on the 6 flashes, it could have been caused by that too, because look how corroded it is. All right, well, let's go looking for the fuses, and then we'll take care of that as well. Okay, so I've gotten to the fuses. These little plastic thing was over the fuse, was covering the fuses. There it is. Those are the fuses. Gotta ease this cover off. All right, so make sure you have, because this thing was just quite a few screws. So when I check these fuses right here, they're good. All right. I have no potential. Well, I only have one line, which is 120, or line 2 coming in. So if I go for the fuses, you can see me. Okay, so I'm on the fuses, nothing. But I got, if I go to ground, I got 120. So it tells me that one line is coming through, but the other line isn't. And if I look at this drawing here, here's a fuse. S1 is 2 going into the indoor unit. There your fuses, goes up. And you see joins, one wire joins right here, that's line 2. And the other wire goes up top here, comes back around to line 1. Is this better? Yes, it's better. So line 1, so there's the fuses again. So this one goes straight across, hits line 1, and this one goes straight up, it's line 2, and it's a blue plug and brown and blue wire. Alright, so we have 2 brown and blue wire going into the fuses, brown and blue. And if you look back there, oh come on, there's a little blue plug right there, right behind there, my finger back there. I don't know if you could see that. Can you see it? Yeah, right there, that's a blue plug and the backboard. And that's it. So if we're not getting any power, more than likely it's a bad plug, or the strip is burnt, the copper strip on the board is burnt, or you know, something like that. And that's the reason why we're not getting the power down line. The fuses are fine. I thought it would be easy and it would be the fuses, but the fuses are okay. Not the fuses this time. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead now and rip all this out but I think it's gonna be the board is faulty. What is that board called? That board, noise filter PC board. Is this thing focused? out, back in. Noise filter PC board. That's what it's called. That more than likely is going to be your issue or the problem while we ain't got no power. And coupled with the corroded wire here, we're going to fix that. Don't forget that. So I'm going to dig and inspect that board. I'm going to have to remove it and inspect it for flaws or faults, you know, flaws. But as you can see, it ain't going to be just, you know, popping it out. It's just buried behind a bunch of crap. Stay tuned. Okay, YouTube, here is the board. What's this board called again? Noise filter board. Yes, noise filter board. Noise filter PCB board. Yes, this board is defective. So I confirmed that my power wires are good coming into the board. Here's the wires that plugs onto this plug right here. That brings the 208 power inside. So this is all checks out, all good, except that one of the line, which is this line, power, does not make it to this terminal over here. Somehow it get lost on the board. This board is the culprit. With no power to your indoor unit, you will get a fault code number 6. No communication. All right. So we're gonna replace this board, and yeah, just was a pain in the, you know what, to get to it. And but here it is. You gotta unplug a few plugs, a couple of plugs from here and here and here, and you know, just pop it out. Okay. It was back in there like this. So you saw how it was before I disconnected it. So these little clips right here, lift them up, lift it up like so, and the board slide forward. Okay, so in order to get this board in, you're gonna have to slide the bottom in first. See, you slide the bottom end in first. Make sure you just put the bottom end in first. And to remove it, you got to remove the top side first. So to put it in, you slide it in at an angle like this. The bottom goes in first, and then you just swing the top in like that until it clips behind these clips. Another one over here. See? Here and here. And to remove it, just lift the clip. Lift the clip. I can't do it with one hand, but you lift the clip while pulling the board forward. And this, of course, have to unplug some of these plugs because you won't be able to get it without, you know, taking these things out. And don't worry too much about where they come from, because, you know, you'd have to try really hard to put it in the wrong spot, right? They fit right in, like this right here goes like this. Can't go wrong with that. Boom, that goes there. This one here, it's white, it goes right there. Boom. Wow, so I'm missing one there now. Here it is. It goes right there. Now, like I said, you'd have to try really hard to put these wires, or these plug wires, in the wrong spot. So don't worry too much about it. You can just take a picture of it, a quick little video, and then unplug them. Just feel free to unplug them. Plus you have the schematic to help you, but usually I never try to memorize or anything like that, because they just go right into place. These terminals here comes out from was on the chassis, coupled together, and they were screwed onto over here. The screw hole right there. I have to find the screw though. And this was on here, so it was also on here. See, it's really straightforward. Like I said, once you take it apart, you gotta go too crazy trying to remember, because you can't mess. Actually, I don't know, was this here? Was this kind of tight? It's supposed to go here. So maybe transfer over here then. See? Can't go wrong with that. That's where it's supposed to be. That goes in there like so. Boom. You can't go wrong with this, right? These are straightforward. I said you'd have to try to mess this up. I'm leading the camera like I'm leading my head. Okay. Boom, so that's back in there. Alright, this one here goes right here. Literally just hanging there. And then another one, a red one, a red wire. That goes right there. See the red wire? Goes right in the thing. Let me go stick it on there. Just in case another guy come back here, not me. If someone else come back here, I don't want them to be, you know, going crazy. Where does the wire go? Where does the wire go? Nah, so I put everything back. It was rather easy. Now what am I missing? These little two things. Like I said, these are, they were screwed down to the chassis. They are ground wires, ground cables, ground. Just gotta find the screw. And these obviously were just sitting under here like so. So that was just sitting there. Yeah, I think that's it's all back together. It was that easy, guys, to put the board back in place. That easy, like less than 5 minutes, right? Just and with one hand. All right, so gotta get my. Here's this. I think this is a screw right here that goes with these. You know, get my my impact and put this back in here. All right. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. The diagnostic, 6 flashes. No communication on the indoor or between indoor, as you see earlier in the video. Let's recap. Okay. 6 flashes right here. Signal abnormality. So the fuse, we checked the fuses, they were good. We had power supply to the condenser. Wires wasn't disconnected, the wires was connected. So the problem was we weren't getting any power to it. So you know, this could be a little bit of a throw off. It throws you off because even though it's saying there's a fault with communication, the reason for that is because there's no power going to the indoor unit. All right, stay tuned. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe.